Welcome back, you internet John Wicks. This is a PSA Jakl chambered in 300 Blackout with the 8.5 inch barrel. However, it is now equipped with a very basic suppressor from Resilient, and this specific one is called the Simple Man, because I am a simple man. See if I can keep this in frame. It is clear. That's all you're gonna get. Safe. You can do this without knocking the camera down. Quite a time trying to keep this all in frame, aren't we? Okay, so knowing nothing about suppressors or how they work, I decided I would try the regular. I would start off with the regular Subsonic rounds, the basic 300 Blackout rounds, the non-subs, in one of the PMags, which, as you know, these PMags have been hit or miss for me with the Jakl. I'll occasionally have issues trying to chamber around, where I'd literally insert the magazine, send the bolt home, and it would stop something like this. That's usually the problem, right about here, instead of doing that. That's usually my main problem with these PMags, as opposed to this cheaper feeling hex mag, which I've had zero issues with. So first run out of the gates, instant problems with the PMag. No big deal, addressed the issue, got it to run, cool. Noticeable noise difference? Yes. Obviously, it was quieter compared to with zero can at all. Moving on, for the meat and potatoes, what I was really interested in is I tried two different types of Subsonic ammo. 220 grain from AAC. If you want to know all the specs, pause it. And then the Winchester USA Valor Series, 200 grain. Also Subsonic, orange tip, whatever the fuck that means. Started with this one. Ran it, PMag. I believe it cycled the first round, but eventually I had the same problems where it just would not chamber. Happened multiple times. I figured, oh, that sucks. These PMags are just ass for 300 Blackout. I will need magazines that are specifically made for 300 and stop trying to force these 5.56 by 45 mags. So, moved on to the Winchester rounds, which is still in the 5.56 mag, by the way. And you know what? This ran smoothly. I had zero hiccups. And if you notice, these were slightly more quiet than these. The Winchester made less noise than the AAC rounds. That's what I've noticed. So, these cheap hex mags worked great. I may have to get me some more. After going through all 20 rounds, yes, I only loaded up 20 rounds. After going through all 20, I decided, hey, I'll take the few remainder that are in here that kept jamming and wouldn't feed, and I'd stuff them into in the hex mag. Matter of fact, this is the last round of the AAC. It cycled a few of them, but eventually, same problem. I couldn't get them to feed every time. I thought that was, which is so strange. So, not only do P mags give me a problem, these AAC rounds are also a bit of a problem, no matter which mag I used. I'm no armorer, I'm no gun tuber, I know shit about guns. Whatever could be causing this, I don't know. This thing has been oiled and lubed after every range trip. It was even lubed again prior to going to the range, so yeah. Matter of fact, if you look right here, look at that. There's still leftover juices on there. Now, besides from the hiccup with the ammo and the hiccup with the mags, this shit ran without adjusting anything. So I left the gas settings on my original settings from for when I ran unsuppressed rounds back in the day, expecting it to not cycle fully, but it did cycle. It would fire the rounds and all that junk. Again, the problem was not from when shooting. It is literally from when loading the magazine. Matter of fact, empty mag, nothing in here. Handle, cool. Last round, hold open. So basically it wouldn't do this. See that? That's all the problem's been. It just would not do that. I could probably demonstrate. This will be automatically demonetized because YouTube is ran by Nazis, but whatever. One round. Firearm still on safe. I'm gonna attempt to chamber this. It's probably going to work now. Oh, of course it works now. Of course it does. So that has been, damn it. So what just happened there usually does not happen. It chambers it now. Either way, the problem has not been very consistent. I'd say about maybe 50-50. Try it again. Well, shit. That bitch works now. Cool. Clear. There we go. And double check again. Looking in there. Nothing in the chamber. Empty magazine. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Yes, I'm going slightly overboard with the safety. I know. With firearms, you can never be too safe. I don't care who you are. Plans moving forward. I'm gonna try running some different brand of ammo, but I will also be trying more of the AAC on different gas settings. I'm gonna go through all of the gas settings to see what runs best until I get this thing to chamber around with 0 hiccups. Because on the range, if it messes up, no big deal. If I'm in a situation where I actually needed this thing to function properly and that happens, I'd be in for a bad time. Now, besides the whining, bitching, moaning, and complaining about, oh my gosh, my AAC rounds doesn't want to chamber. How was it shooting suppressed? Alright, so here's what I noticed. The first time shooting, having this thing right in front of my face, it sounded the same to me. Like when I took that first shot, I had to stop and I looked at it, I'm like, this is it? This is what all the hype was about? It's not that quiet. I figured, whatever. Until I got home and I watched the footage and I listened to it on camera, it's definitely more quiet. Yeah, it's very noticeable. So now I'm happy. At first I was like, oh cool, I wasted my time and money getting this silly thing, but no, it's great, works amazing. Okay, before I get into your guys' comments, I have to give a big shout out, a huge shout out to Silencer Shop. Not just for getting me the silencer, not for making the process simple, but at one point I was considering getting a muzzle device for this thing. I decided on going with a direct mount at the end. It was just too easy to direct mount it. But when I was looking into the suppressor mounts, the muzzle devices, I contacted Resilient directly. So I contacted them. Someone read my message and left it unread. 0 response, just crickets. After that, I reached out to Silencer Shop, and lo and behold, Silencer Shop actually responded to me. Not only did they respond, give me some very helpful advice, they also ended with, hey, did you get a patch? I didn't even contact them for stuff. I just needed information. But they helped me with info and they were like, hey, did you get a patch? I was like, I didn't even know patches existed, good sir. By the way, this is Brandon. Brandon from Silencer Shop. So Brandon, if you're watching, thanks for your help and for going above and beyond. I hope your manager, supervisor, or bosses see this and give you a goddamn bonus, sir. He gave me the information to submit to get me a patch. So I did it, and sure as shit, they sent me a Silencer Shop patch. Not only did they send me a patch, look at it. It looks like a tax stamp. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. Yeah. I was honestly expecting a little patch with a Silencer Shop logo, but this is cooler. This is way cooler. And it's made of this hard rubberized material also. It's pretty sweet. It's really sticky. I've been rocking it on my range bag. So once again, Brandon from Silencer Shop, thank you very much, sir. Customer service goes a long way. And because the guys at Resilient literally read my message, left neon red, nothing at all, I won't be doing business with them in the future. However, Silencer Shop, you've gained a customer, a happy customer. I will be using your services in the future. Eventually, AR-15, bam, suppressed. AK-47, bam, suppressed. 9mm handguns, bam, suppressed. So, once again, thank you. Now, let's check out your guys' fine comments, shall we? Hey, the gun's still in frame. You always must have the weapon in frame when making a gun video. That's what I always say. First comment came from Dress to Kill Tay. He's always pretty quick on the draw. He said 100%. Fire all the emojis. Tay commented with all of the emojis. At the 1 minute mark, he says, what the hell you on, Tay? In one word. Let's check that out. What did I say? You can go over it. Meow. Boom. This packaging seems kind of interesting. Okay. That's what it was. That's right. They had that interesting packaging for the said optic. Next, Bellicose Hog said, first. No, Bellicose, Tay got you by 2 comments. 2, good sir. He also said, oh wait, Dress to Kill Tay beat me. Just couldn't see his comment because it's shadow banned. Yes. YouTube does not like Tay at all. They're constantly banning and they're not banning, but they hide his comments a lot. Bellico said Holosun EPS carry comes with a thin adapter plate for the 43X MOS. Yes, it does, and I wouldn't mind that because that plate is super thin. Bam, bam, bam. He also said QR code. Yes, the QR code for the instructions, which I'm a little too old to work. Bellicose once again said, nice choice on that optic. Yes, sir. Thank you. I would agree. Of all my optics so far, on my pistols, on my handguns, I like that. That shit is nice. And oh shit, it's the Armsmen. The Armsmen. They make nice holsters, by the way. Check them out. Type Storm 10 discount code for 10% off. Yeah. He said weird-ish. He quotes it. Good choice on the optic. Vortex definitely did a good job with the look of the Defender optics. Those screws will sure come in handy in the future. Excellent product, excellent service, and excellent warranty. Yeah. Oh, ads. This is what you do with the ads, people. Skip. Sweet. Yeah, I'm glad they warranty all their stuff. So, with me, with warranties and shit like that, for like, range fun toys. Yeah, I said it, range fun toys. Something breaks, something goes wrong, something fails. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. For me, it's oh well. Touch grass, move on. It's not a big deal for me. I've never returned. Have I returned anything that I've bought for these guns yet? No, I haven't returned anything. And I've had a lot of shitty products before, so it's not a big deal. Bellico said, champion shooter Ben Stoger loves the Vortex Defender XL, replaces SROs with them. I like shit like that, man. It shows the underdog company, you know, gaining traction over the mainstream, overhyped, overpriced products. Nola Gospel Trek said, bought my first weapon mounted light used. You bought it used a few months ago and slapped it on my G22. Still haven't bothered putting batteries in it yet. Don't even know what brand off top of my head. I like that. See, Gospel knows these lights on pistols, it's not necessary. They are great to have, but they are not necessary. Last comment came from Just Guns and Sneaks. He said, have one of my Hellcat Pro Comp. Love it. Nice choice, bro. Hellcat Pro Comp with the Vortex Defender, huh? Good choice, man. I've yet to touch a Hellcat. I've never shot one, never held one. It's strange. I'm missing out on a lot of these micros, man. Yeah, like especially the what is it? Help me out, people. Zoom it out so y'all can at least see the gun while I ramble on. Yeah, especially the FN Reflex. I've wanted that thing for a while, man, and I still never bothered getting one. Strange. Close that. Hope you guys got something out of this bullshit video. I sure didn't. Actually, here's something you're gonna get out of it. Silencer Shop's customer service is on point. There you go. If you haven't gotten anything out of it, there you go. Mess with Silencer Shop. I wish I had a discount code or something for you guys through them, but you know, look at my channel, it's small. Why would they send a discount code to a small channel who doesn't actually like gun stuff, you know? Until next time, peace and chicken grease. Pew, pew, pew.